When someone turns you into the villain. Few things hurt more than discovering someone has rewritten the story and made you the bad person. Why do people do it? Why do others believe them? And how do you protect your peace when you can't control what's being said? This episode explores why false narratives spread and how to stop letting them control your life. You're listening to Emotional Intelligence Developer. Have you ever found out that someone has been telling stories about you? Stories that leave out important facts. Stories that make them look innocent. And somehow, you become the villain. Maybe it was an ex, a family member, a friend, a colleague, or someone you trusted. The frustrating part isn't only the lie. It's knowing there are conversations happening about you, and you're not even in the room. Let's talk about it. 1. Every story has two versions, sometimes three. When relationships break down, friendships end, or conflict happens, people don't always tell the whole story. They tell the version that helps them sleep at night. Sometimes that's intentional. Sometimes they genuinely believe their own version. Our minds naturally protect our self-image. Admitting we've hurt someone or made a mistake can be incredibly uncomfortable. So some people change the story until they become the victim, and you become the problem. 2. Not everyone who believes the story is against you. This is important to understand. People only hear what they're told. If someone hears one version of events and never hears yours, they're making decisions with incomplete information. That doesn't automatically make them bad people. It makes them people with limited information. Over time, the people who truly know your character will usually notice the difference between a pattern of honesty and a pattern of drama. 3. Stop trying to win every courtroom you were never invited into. This is one of the hardest lessons to learn. You cannot defend yourself in conversations you don't know are happening. You cannot chase every rumor. You cannot correct every lie. And if you try, you'll exhaust yourself. Some people spend years trying to convince everyone that they were misunderstood. Meanwhile, life keeps moving. Sometimes protecting your peace means accepting that not every audience deserves an explanation. 4. Truth doesn't always travel as fast as gossip. Lies spread quickly, especially when they're dramatic. People love stories, conflict, scandal, shock. The truth is usually quieter. It takes longer. But here's something worth remembering. People who constantly gossip about others eventually become known for gossiping. And people who constantly twist the truth eventually lose credibility. Character has a way of revealing itself over time. 5. Don't let someone else's story become your identity. This is where many people suffer the most. They begin asking, what if everyone believes them? What if people think I'm a terrible person? What if my reputation is ruined? Remember this. Someone else's opinion of you is not your identity. You know your intentions. You know what happened. You don't need to carry guilt for things you didn't do simply because someone repeated them loudly. 6. Speak when it matters. Stay silent when it doesn't. Silence doesn't always mean weakness. Sometimes it's wisdom. If someone important asks you what happened, tell the truth. Calmly. Briefly. Without attacking the other person. You don't need to build a case. You don't need to destroy their reputation to protect yours. State the facts. Then let your actions continue telling your story. 7. Build a reputation that outlives the rumors. Think about the people you respect most. Is it because they defended themselves in every argument? Probably not. It's because you've watched how they consistently treat people. Your reputation isn't built in one conversation. It's built over hundreds of interactions. Kindness, integrity, reliability, respect. Those things become difficult to argue against over time. 8. Not everyone deserves access to your life. If someone repeatedly twists your words, shares private conversations, or uses your vulnerabilities against you, believe what their behavior is telling you. Not everyone deserves another chance. Boundaries aren't punishment. Their protection. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is stop giving people new material to misuse. 9. Let your closest people know the real you. You don't need everyone to understand you, but you do need a few people who truly know your character. Invest in those relationships. Talk honestly. Be consistent. Because when rumors appear, people who genuinely know you are far less likely to believe them. Your inner 10. A final message. If someone is turning you into the villain, remember this. You cannot control another person's story, but you can control the life you're living. Don't spend years chasing every rumor. Don't lose yourself trying to convince strangers that you're a good person. The people who matter will pay attention to how you consistently show up. And the people who only believe gossip were probably never looking for the truth in the first place. So keep living with integrity. Keep treating people well. Keep protecting your peace. Because eventually, your character will speak louder than someone else's version of you. You can't control every story told about you, but you can make sure the life you live tells the strongest one.